guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of your most requested videos, talking about the first year, your first year experience as a fresher, all the things you get to do, the experiences you have, the opportunities that you have, and how your course is structured in the first year. So before I start yapping away, let's quickly get into the conversation. So your first year is divided into four terms, basically 2 semesters, but each semester is divided into 2 terms. So in total, you have 4 terms in your first year. You don't really look at it as semesters. You look at it as terms. Um, each term, you have about 1 or 2 foundational courses that are assigned to you from the university. So they are academic writing, critical thinking, public speaking and debate, applied ethics, digital literacy and AI literacy, and financial literacy and EVS. So these are like the major ones. And I think there's one more called AI for disciplines or something like that. So yeah, these are like core courses that are assigned to you from the university and you have to take them, but they're very, very effective in helping you because, like, for example, academic writing, it really helps you like understand how writing functions in colleges, because in school we wrote very differently. Like, we wrote essays, we had structures and everything. So um very different approach, where it teaches you that from scratch in the beginning itself, so that you're not lost in your later years at college. So yeah, the foundation core. Then you have something known as, there are basically 5 foundational course buckets in a way. These 5 are called universes of knowledge, and each universe of knowledge you have to finish at least 2 courses for your entire year. Now that's not a problem in terms of a requirement or anything, because you tend to finish it anyway, but it's just something you have to be mindful of while you're planning out each term, to just note it down. And of course, your peer mentor helps you out with it in your first year, like understanding the structure, etc. So please do reach out to them when this is happening. They're there literally for that. Um, so yeah, your first year is a culmination of all the introductory courses that you want to take, and make sure that by at least the second sem or the third term, you are in some way finishing off prereqs, for like introductory prereqs for the major minor or intended major minors that you want to do second year onwards. Now, the best part about this is that you can do multiple courses all of your semester, right? Like all 4 terms, which is why you get options to choose from when you finally come to the decision of making, like, figuring out your major minor. Because you've probably explored a couple of, introductory courses, and that's how you decide, okay, I want to do this major, oh, I want to do this minor. And then you have like major minor fairs, you have professors come out and talk to you about it, talk about their courses. You can talk to your seniors, you can talk to faculty, you can talk to your peer mentors, and if not anyone who could direct you somewhere, your peer mentor will help you find someone who is doing the same major minor, maybe, or something that you're interested in. So overall, you have to be a little hands on with your first year, because you want to be able to plan things better. And I don't know if this is how you want to approach it, but this is how I approached it and it worked for me. I made sure that every term I understood why I was taking the courses I was taking. As soon as you know and you have the knowledge that, okay, I'm doing this particular decision for this intention and that particular decision for this intention, it really, really helps you be on path in some way. And it doesn't have to be like perfect, it just has to be exploratory enough for you to understand where you stand. You saw that. Anyway, coming to major minor, how do you like decide? Okay, talk to professors. Like I said, reach out to seniors, reach out to the people. It could be alumni as well if you want to, but usually it works better if you talk to someone in college, because they will give you an updated view of the courses, of the things that are happening in the domain that you are interested in. How to choose a major minor? I would say, like I tell everybody this, everyone who asks me this question, it doesn't have to be a perfect combination. It just has to be a combination that works for you. So I'll give you an example. For me, I was very interested in finance, still very interested in finance, and I wanted to do finance for sure. And I came into college thinking, okay, I will do finance and psychology as a minor. and I did one psychology course, which was more than enough to make me realize that that's not what I want to do. Like, I love reading about psychology and I love reading about it in books, but I did not want to pursue it as a minor. And from there is when I realized that because I want my core focus to be my major, which is what usually it's supposed to be, even if it isn't, it's okay, but usually that's how you plan it out. I wanted my minor to be something that was an addition of who I am. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about digital marketing. I wanted to be able to have my own media space like I have here. And all of those things kind of came in culmination of when I did marketing courses. And I wouldn't say my DMAC courses were too much or they were too heavy, which was perfect because it balanced out my finance heavy courses. And it also just gave me a space to be more creative. So I wanted to make sure that my personality was being synced into my major minor. If I didn't want to reach a point where I didn't like my minor or something. And honestly, I've not felt like that in the 3.5, 4 years I've been here. I like DMAC, but I never wanted to pursue it as a career. So the electives that I took in my minor were very centric to what I wanted to do with my minor. And that was mainly just understand, just learn, and maybe apply some of it to what I do online here. So like this sem, my last course that I'm doing as a DMAC minor is literally on content creation and creator economy. All I'm saying is that you can choose what you want. It's not easy regardless. Even some of my DMAC courses, I was like dying because it was like there was something about like digital visualization and data analytics. And in the start, I knew nothing about like marketing analytics and I was just like kind of lost. So it's not that it's going to be easy and you should pick it because it's easy or tough. You should pick it because it's who you are, or it resonates with who you um, see yourself as. So it's very, very important to realize and figure that out, because I think that's what helped me understand my major minor combination. Because if I hadn't thought of it like that, I probably would have gone ahead with a major in finance and a actually, no, I was going to do a major in business analytics. Yeah, like initially I was going to do a major in business analytics. And then I sat down and thought about it and I was like, no, that's not how it works. So I changed thinking and thinking about all of this multiple times. And it's okay, but you have a deadline. Like they give you a deadline till when you can like change it again after declaring it. But during that period, if you don't, which is usually over the summer, you don't have space to do your prereqs, right? So you have to make sure that if you are going to change it, you have the prereqs to change it to that. Anyway, coming to the next point. Overall, as a fresher, as someone who comes into college, what are the experiences you're looking at? What are the things you're going to be doing over the course of this over the year? So another thing that I think I missed earlier was that you have to do one sports course every term. It's compulsory. You have to get a satisfactory grade on it, and the only way you can get a satisfactory grade on it is if you do 75% attendance and above. Um, which is not that hard, honestly. I don't know why people find it hard to do, but yeah, like you can do it. It's a little, obviously you have to find the discipline for it, but you can do it. So yeah, you get to explore four sports as well, and there are no grades there. It's just an attendance thing. So you get to like just learn a new sport if you want to. Like I did kickboxing in one of my terms, and it was so much fun, so painful as well, but so much fun. And I got to learn some stuff. So physically, mentally, everything. Your first year has to be a space to explore. Make sure that you genuinely take the benefit of that, because once you do a major minor, it's not that you can't do this. Like you can't, it's not that you can't take courses outside of your domain or anything. You absolutely can. But the way you explore in your first year is so different from how you explore later on, because even later on, even when you explore, you will be exploring very nichely. In your first year you can take sociology, like take one introductory to sociology course and then never see it again. Like that's completely fine. Like for me, I took one psychology course and that was all I did, like in psychology. I never touched psychology courses ever again. So it's important to very openly explore your first year. And I initially, when I came in, I was like, why explore if I know what I want to do or whatever. But coming to my fourth year, I'm glad I did, because I have some crazy courses that I can talk about. Like I did introduction to programming, and that was a really fun course. Learned a lot about Python, and it's been very helpful, like just to know basic things about Python. I did German, and like I barely speak German. I don't know how to speak German, but I can, like, if I brush up on it, I know a lot of German. Like Auf Wiedersehen, ich bin something something. Anyway, point is that you get to learn a lot, and when you get to learn a lot, you build a lot of identity capital. And this is from a book that I read called The Defining Decade, which you should definitely read. It's incredible as a book. Please read it. It's about your 20s and how you should navigate them, everything. I love the book. I read it for a course during my semester abroad, and it was bang. But yes, coming back to the point, it helps you build identity capital, and it also makes you feel more secure as a person. You understand who you are, what are the things you like, what are the things you don't, and so on. So definitely do that. Maybe in another video I can talk about the courses I took in my first year. I'll have to like find that transcript and like talk about them, tell you what I liked about the course, what I didn't, etc. But that can be another video if you guys want me to do it. Now coming to the very last thing I would say is the jitters. So the first year jitters of like being alone on your own, starting a new life, all of that. Um, it's not easy. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The first few months feels like you've been thrown into a game you don't understand. It feels like you've just been picked up and put in this place and you don't know what you're doing. But if you reach out to seniors, if you talk to your peer mentor, if you talk to the people around you, if you interact with friends, you put yourself outside of that comfort zone, trust me, you will find some insanely close people. You will find a lot of memories, and you will genuinely have a lot of um, connections, meaningful connections with the people around you. And I'm not saying that every friend you will make in your first year will last. No one, I don't think anyone I know has ever said that, and it's okay. It's perfectly fine to like figure it out as it comes, and you will find people who are your tribe. Like you will find people who are meant for you and who you are meant for. It'll just take a while, and that's what the first year teaches you. The first year teaches you to be patient. It teaches you to rely on yourself, and it also just teaches you how to take care of yourself. Because if you have all the facilities to be able to take care of yourself, but you're unable to, you have to push yourself, right? You have to, if you want to be a consistent someone, you if you want to be someone who's consistent with fitness or something, you have all the amenities to do it. You just have to push yourself to do it, because you're no parent, no family member, no one's coming and telling you to do it. You have to do it yourself, which is why you build a lot of discipline. Like I think 90% of my discipline comes from the fact that I just had to push myself the first 2 years here, and then it became like an autoimmune thing where like I was like, it's just who I am now, and I'm not going to stop being who I am. So yeah, as far as experiences go, you have so many fests you can be part of. You can be part of extracurriculars, and you should, especially in your first year, explore as many clubs as you want. Like I was part of 5 clubs. Yeah, it was unreal. I was part of 5 clubs in my first year, and I don't think I was even involved like properly in most of them. But when I was genuinely in there, and I used to meet the people. And this is actually a great way to meet your seniors and people who could become your like like pure friends, mentors in a way. You also get to meet people from your batch who are interested in the same things. Like if you've joined a billiards club and you find like 3 people who love billiards, you guys have now like made a group and you can go play billiards once a week or something, right? So all I'm trying to say is you have to be outside of your comfort zone, and you have to make sure that you put in the work to be like, hey, I need to push myself because I have been put here. It's an academic institution. I have all the amenities I need. I have all the space to work towards a goal. Like for me, I knew for a fact that if I did not go for a semester abroad when I was at Flame, my degree would be incomplete. I would feel like I had not accomplished what I wanted to accomplish at Flame. So I made sure that from the very first year, I made sure that there was no way like that opportunity was taken away from me, because to have a certain GPA, you need to not have any disciplinary action against you, all of that. And I lost a couple of friends as well because of it, because I used to not want to do something that might or put my scholarship at risk. So all I'm saying is you need to know all of that. And I think I've spoken about this, about how to navigate your first year a little bit in another video, which I'll try and link here. But yeah, that's my honest feedback. Honest, not feedback. So yeah, that's my honest take on how you can navigate your first year. And yeah, don't worry about it. I think it's all a part of the process, and the first year really teaches you resilience, and it's important to learn it the hard way sometimes, because you genuinely cherish it more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.